Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the New England Patriots 10-year rebuild here on Madden 23. That is right, we are back. It is episode number 2. It is year number 2. I hope you guys are excited because last episode, we didn't make the playoffs. So we've got to try and correct that and actually make the postseason this episode, because if we don't, I'm going to be very upset because I think we've got a much better team. We spent some money in free agency, brought in some pretty big pieces. Our offense looks pretty good. Our defense doesn't look as good, but it still looks pretty good. We'll see how this does. Obviously, we're still trying to develop young guys like Mac Jones, obviously, Tyquan Thornton, some younger guys on defense. So, I mean, we're still trying to get those younger pieces involved. We made a few trades. We got Gabriel Davis. We've got Romeo Dobbs. There's a few receivers that are new here. Obviously, we made the trade to bring in DeAndre Swift, so that's going to be our number one running back option, so that's a whole thing now. So we'll see how this new look Patriots team does in season number 2, episode number 2. Hope you guys are excited. Let's get right into it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's do it. So here we are. It is season number 2, 2023. We are week 1. As you can see, our offense is 85 overall, 79 defense, 82 actual overall team. And this is what the team looks like if you have forgotten. We talked about it in the intro. We've got Mac Jones now. We still got Mac Jones, but he's trying to develop a little bit. We've got DeAndre Swift. We've got Gabriel Davis, who we added. We got Romeo Dobbs, who we added towards the end of the episode. Jacoby Myers is still here. Tyquan Thornton is still here. Hunter Henry and Johnny Smith are still here. The offensive line looks a lot better now that we added Elton Jenkins in free agency and Andrew Thomas. So I think we got him in a trade. So Andrew Thomas and him as the two studs right there. And what I might do is I might make Elton Jenkins our right tackle and then make Cole Strange our starting left guard. That's what I'm thinking. I might try and trade Isaiah Wynn, because I think we can get some pretty good stuff for Isaiah Wynn. On defense, we've got Matthew Judon still. We got Christian Barmore. We drafted Zach Harrison, who's hopefully going to be a stud with hidden development. We've got Will Anderson Jr., who we took in the first round, who's going to be a beast. I'm hoping that's at least superstar, maybe X Factor. I don't know. Probably superstar, I'd have to guess. And then we got Ronnie Hickman, who I would guess is just star alongside Zach Harrison. So a couple Buckeyes in here. Actually, can I change Ronnie Hickman's hair or change his face? Because I kind of want to make Ronnie Hickman look a little bit more like what he looks like in real life, since I am a Buckeye fan. So let me just go to the skin tones. He's a little lighter than what they gave him in this, so we'll go with that. Do they have any longer hairstyles? It doesn't seem like they have any longer hairstyles for good old Ronnie. I guess we can go with that one. That looks fine. Because if I go with this one, that's a little too light. I don't think he's that light. I don't remember. I guess we could give him that one. That one fits more with his hair. It comes down under the helmet instead of in this. It'd be, it's up in the helmet. But I guess that works. That's fine. So the first order of business, I think, is to probably trade Isaiah Wynn and see what we can get for him. Because I have a feeling that we could get a decent haul for Isaiah Wynn. He's a nice young tackle who I think we could get a decent amount for. I could see what the offers are. So we can get Sterling Shepard, Tim Patrick, Orlando Brown, and some picks. Chase Edmonds, Kadarius Toney. We don't really need any wide receivers anymore. I'm happy with the wide receivers we have. David Ajabo is interesting, along with the 2024 4th or 2024 5th. There's not really a whole lot that I'm interested in there. Maybe if we build our own trade, thinking about stuff that we do need, which could be another middle linebacker. I could use another linebacker, whether it be a middle linebacker or an outside linebacker. So let's see if we could trade Isaiah Wynn for a linebacker. Preferably a middle linebacker, because we do need one. Nick Bolton could be interesting. 23 years old. He should have star development. He does have star development, and he's pretty quick if I'm not mistaken. What's his ratings look like? He's got 87 speed, 94 tackling. Yeah, Nick Bolton, I would really, really like. So, would this go through straight up? Okay, so straight up, Nick Bolton for Isaiah Wynn right off the bat. We get another middle linebacker that is really, really solid. And then I'm going to go over here to the actual NFL rosters, and I'm going to make sure that Elton Jenkins is a tackle instead of a guard so that he can fulfill that position. And then Cole Strange, because we want to build Cole Strange. Cole Strange was a freaking first-round pick. I want to get him actually developed. So Jenkins is going to be the starting right tackle now, and then Cole Strange hopefully should jump in and be the left guard, I would guess. Nope, that's weekly strategy. I should have known that. We are taking on Jacksonville in week 1. That's the staff. Come on, Juice, get it right. There we go. Adjust the lineup. So Cole Strange should jump in and be the tackle. No, they have, if I go over here and select best lineup, generate best lineup, would that switch? Yeah, there's Cole Strange over there at left guard now. Did that change my specialist thing? It did. I want Tyquan Thornton to be my slot receiver because I really think that he's going to be a stud if he can just develop, if he can just stay on the field, because if they don't switch it, because he got 95 speed, 91 excel. That's, in Madden, speed kills. So having Tyquan Thornton have that speed and getting him to develop is really, really key. So now the offensive line, it doesn't look as great because we lost that star development Isaiah Wynn, but it's still, it's good. I'm happy with it. Cole Strange hopefully will develop into a star development player. We can also go to the weekly strategy just to make sure that our guys are in the right positions. So this is wrong. Okay, so Eric Gilbert, I don't mind. Will Anderson, obviously, I want to have in there, but I do want Cole Strange in there. I do want Cole Strange. Zach Harrison, Ronnie Hickman, I don't mind. And let's get Tyquan Thornton in there too. Just in case they don't, keep him at slot receiver, I want to make sure that he gets as much focus training as possible. I want him to get as much XP so that he can develop. And also Mac Jones, I want to get XP, but he's a quarterback, so it's easier for him to get XP. But now that we made that pretty big trade, we are going to simulate to the halfway point of the season, and I will see you guys there, and we will see how the team is doing in year number 2. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, leave it a like. Let's go see how this team does halfway through the season. Okay, here we are. It is week number 8, midway through the season. We are currently 3-4, but that's good enough for second in the division because the division sucks other than the Dolphins right now. We will take a look at the mock draft in this little cut, but I do want to spend some staff points right now because we have 102 of them, so it's probably going to be wise to spend some staff points and get this stuff. So we might as well do that. Get these guys, all the defensive coordinator stuff spent, just to make sure that it's cheaper for us to go do that. And then we probably want to focus a little bit more on the contract situation. So to make sure we get a little bit of discounts on players, gotta want that. And then we can do the multi-time injury thing, lower that. So that's all of our staff. That's 102 staff points we just spent in like 2 seconds. That's crazy. But as you saw, we are 3-4 halfway through the season, so that's not amazing. How is everybody doing? How is Mac Jones doing? Mac Jones got about 1,700 yards, 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Rushing, DeAndre's only got 1 touchdown. Looks like Sony is more of the goal line guy, 382 yards. Maybe we'll have to switch the playbook up a little bit. Who knows? Tyquan Thornton's got 18 catches, 216 yards. I really hope they didn't switch to give it to Jacoby Myers again because that's what it seems like. That's really what it seems like. And Nick Bolton, now that he's been traded here, he's got 47 tackles, no sacks or interceptions yet. Okay. I do want to make sure, I need to check and see if they're switching it because I really hope that everything should be on manual. I hope they don't do that. Let me just go to the specialist. Tyquan Thornton is still the slot receiver. So, hey, at least that's good. Maybe Mac Jones just isn't utilizing the slot receiver. But we do have mock draft 2 to talk about. And these are all auto-generated guys. I talked about this in the first episode, I only use the real-life draft class for the first season just because I wanted to get those guys in there. Now, every year, so on from Season 2 to Season 10 will be auto-generated. So I don't have any idea. I didn't have any idea about those other guys, but now I really don't have any idea. So currently, we are picking at 7. I think we only have 1 first-round pick, right? I'm pretty sure. I guess we could check. I'm pretty sure we have 2 first-round picks. We also pick at number 19. I forget how I got that other pick, but we also pick, so we pick at 7 and pick 19 right now. And it looks like there's a wide receiver that's a physical, 6'3", 229. It looks pretty good. Okay, I'll take a look at these prospects. So I haven't even taken a look at these guys yet. So quarterback Jake Dugan and Elijah Myers are the 2 top guys. But this Richard Guyton guy, A, catching traffic, B, catching. He looks like a stud. He's got grade 2 elite speed. Wow, this guy, and he's a physical receiver. He's got a release. Ooh, Richard Guyton looks like an absolute monster. I'm definitely going to have him on favorites because he looks like a stud. I'm going to try and stick away from quarterbacks because I want Mac to be the guy, so I'm going to try and stick away from quarterbacks. What about this Damian Gills guy? D block shedding isn't great, so I'm a little bit worried about that. He doesn't look amazing. What about Khalid Cook? Does he look any better? He's got solid to good speed, which is not great. A power moves. He doesn't look much better than the other guy. Looks better than him, but not much better. George Smith could be something. He's got grade 2 elite speed, grade 2 elite acceleration, solid to good strength. Okay. George Smith's got some potential. I definitely am intrigued by him. I'll put him on the favorites list. Leon Benson. What are you looking like? Decent physicals, pretty average there. A finesse moves. He's okay. He's a decent player. What about anybody else? What about this right tackle? Larry Williamson. He's got poor to marginal strength for a right tackle. That's not. I don't even. That already threw me off. I don't want any of my linemen to have poor to marginal strength, let alone my right tackle. So, is there anybody else that looks like a standout player? Not from what I can see right now. Although this guy, hello, Javier Ivory, excuse me, Javier Ivory. Good agility. He's a good pass blocker. Not amazing run blocker, pretty average run blocker, but a great pass blocker. Okay, I'll put him on the list. He looks like a nice value pick later in the first round. Maybe that's what we use one of our other first round pick on, because he looks like a pretty good value pick. I want to go to, ooh, who's this? Will Snow. He's got very solid physicals, B awareness, A power moves, A tackle, A to C hip. Okay, he doesn't look as good as I initially thought, but I'll put him on the favorite list just so I keep an eye on him. I want to go to tight ends because I've been seeing a lot of people draft generational tight ends in their drafts, and I kind of want to get a generational tight end. Calvin Powell. He's a vertical, doesn't have great speed. He doesn't look like the generational talent that I'm hoping for. And there might not be one in this class, but I've just seen a lot of people draft generational tight ends recently, so I was kind of hoping that one of mine would be generational, but it doesn't look like these three guys. Greg Lewis out of Ohio State. Okay, Greg Lewis looks the best of the three that I've seen, so I'll put him on the list. We don't really need a tight end, but I'll put him on the list. Running backs. I need a good running back with speed. That's obvious right there. And this guy's got solid to great speed. He looks good. He's got A stiff arm, A trucking. He looks good. He's 5'11", 235. He's a bowling ball. Who's the fastest running back in the class? Is it you? Is it Telvin? No, he's decent to solid. What about this Larry Dobbins from Ohio State? JK's brother? Good to great speed. I still think that other guy, Dion Bigsby's better than those guys. I guess we'll wait until the physicals come out and we'll see who the fastest running back is. I don't know. There's a couple guys that intrigue me in the class, especially that wide receiver. That wide receiver, Richard Guyton, really does intrigue me. Really, really does. So we'll go to player negotiations. Hunter Henry needs a new contract. Kyle Duggar needs a new contract. Ooh, some pretty important players need some big contracts. And we have $71 million in cap space, which is a decent amount. Hunter Henry is 28 years old. He's superstar development. I think it's a good idea to bring him back. Probably not on the contract that he's asking for. 4 years, $43 million. Really, Hunter? That's a lot of money. I want to get him on like a 2-year deal or something. If I could get him on a 2-year deal for $20 million, I wouldn't hate it. Thought my future was here. Okay, so he absolutely declined it. Kyle Duggar looks a little bit more reasonable, so I'll go with a player-friendly contract. I don't hate that. Let's go with a neutral contract. Lower that money a little bit, but raise the bonus a little bit. What does he say to that? He says he's happy to sign. Okay, so we got him a little bit cheaper, but it's still kind of expensive. Gabe Davis. Do we want to bring Gabe Davis back? Michael Onwenu, I do want to bring back. Man, we're going to have to spend some money, that's for sure. We're going to think about who we want to bring back and who we don't want to bring back. That's the big question. Hunter Henry is a little bit confusing right now. Let's do D-end. Sure. Actually, yeah, let's do D-end. Let's do D-end for the national scouting. I'm definitely keeping my eye on that man right there, Richard Guyton. He looks like a stud. But now we're going to simulate to the end of the season, and we'll see if we actually make the playoffs. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is playoff weekend, wild card, super wild card Wednesday, super wild card weekend for the NFL now is what they bill it as. And we made the playoffs. We're 10-7. This is what the team looks like headed into our first ever playoff game of this 10-year rebuild, as we have a lot of upgrades actually for a lot of our offensive line. And it looks like they took out Elton Jenkins. Is he hurt? I don't know why Elton Jenkins is not playing right tackle. That's something that's a little bit concerning. But Mac Jones playing up to an 84 overall. I'm really hoping that he takes the jump to superstar development, because having a superstar development quarterback is going to be elite. Tyquan Thornton still only a 74 overall. I'm really hoping that he develops. He's got 95 speed, 91 excel. How could he not develop? How could he really not develop? We'll give pass protector to Andrew Thomas. He's almost got another upgrade on top of the one we just gave him. So he's hopefully going to be a stud for us. Cole Strange, I'm really hoping, takes on an upgrade to star development. That's going to be a goal. So we'll keep upgrading him. Give him the agile upgrade. I really want him to be a superstar development player. Or star development player, I should say. Michael Onwenu can be an 84 overall now. We are going to have to figure out who we want to sign and bring back, because Onwenu's on a contract. Is on a contract extension, so we are going to have to decide what we want to do with him. Andrew Stuber, I guess I'll upgrade him. I mean, I might as well make him as good as I can before we play this game, although I'm probably going to switch back to Elton Jenkins. I don't know why he wasn't playing. Maybe he got hurt and it didn't put him back for some reason. Jacoby Myers also has an upgrade point as well. We'll give him the playmaker. I tried to give him the playmaker thing, but it didn't scroll down far enough, so I was going to give him the playmaker thing. So that's all the upgrades on the offense. Is there any upgrades on defense? There is one for Jabril Peppers, and it looks like we found out that Will Anderson has superstar. I told you it was probably going to be superstar. This dude is a stud. I knew he was going to be a stud. The middle linebackers look really good, along with Judon coming off the edge. We do need a little bit of help on the D-line. I'm going to start Zach Harrison there, so hopefully that helps. Our cornerbacks could use a little bit of help. Safety, I'm fine with having Jabril Peppers. Might as well give him the hybrid boost, because that's what he is. He's a hybrid, kind of a sub-linebacker guy. So Jabril Peppers on the defense is good. Our offense looks really, really good. Is Hunter Henry hurt? Hunter Henry is hurt. So let's go figure out why they put Elton Jenkins as not a starter. And we have more upgrades that I might as well just give. Might as well just... did I miss that? Was there upgrades there? I don't even remember. Let's go to the depth chart and see why he's not starting at right tackle. Why is Elton Jenkins not the starter at right tackle? I have no idea, but he can be the starter at right tackle because he should be. He very much should be the starter. We went 10-7, which is really good. Let's take a look at the stats for season number 2. See how everybody did. Mac Jones, 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns to 20 interceptions. Okay, that's a decent season. Not amazing. I'd like to see those interception numbers go down a little bit. Only 2 touchdowns for DeAndre Swift. Sony Michel got all the touchdowns. That's crazy. 256 carries, 911 yards, but only 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers got a lot of the catches. Tyquan Thornton only got 20 catches for 231 yards. No wonder he's not developing, because he's not getting the ball as much. He's not getting the ball as much as these guys are. That's crazy. And then on the defensive side of things, Nick Bolton. That's why I wanted to trade. This dude's fast and he's good. That's why we wanted to trade for him. And getting him for just Isaiah Wynn straight up without giving up like a draft pick or anything is crazy. Kyle Duggar's also doing pretty well. Cameron Sutton's playing well. And then the sack leader, Matthew Judon, as you would expect, with 7 sacks. Dietrich Wise had 5.5. Will Anderson had 4.5, I think that said. And Jalen Mills had 6 interceptions. Jonathan Jones had 2. Wow, I didn't expect Jalen Mills to go off like that. That's crazy. That's actually really crazy that he had such a great season interception-wise. 6 interceptions. But now we have to take on the good old-fashioned LA Chargers. But we do get to host a playoff game because we won our division. So this playoff game is at home in Gillette, probably in the snow. Let's go see if we can advance to the divisional round of the playoffs and win. That's the goal, obviously. So I'll see you guys in the game.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Pats, next on Madden Football.
It's a sight that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in stores. We've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Now we'll see what this offense can do.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I did have to do a little bit of patchwork on the offensive line. David Andrews is actually injured. That's probably why our whole situation with Elton Jenkins not being in the starting lineup was messed up, because David Andrews is actually injured. As you can see, he's out for the game with a hand injury. So I didn't expect that. I didn't notice that when I was looking at it. So David Andrews is out. Cole Strange is now starting at center because I think that he would fit pretty well at center. So Cole Strange is our starting center. Elton Jenkins now moves over to left guard to where he was going to be, taking in the spot for Cole Strange. And then Studebaker, who was starting at right tackle when we jumped into the cut previously, is now starting at right tackle. So that's what is going on with the lineup and where everything's at right now, as Gilbert, the rookie tight end, makes a catch to keep us alive here. And we're hoping that Mac Jones can lead us. We've got a matchup of 2 pretty promising young quarterbacks here. Mac Jones versus Mr. Justin Herbo. DeAndre Swift looking good in that Patriots jersey. And we'll go hopefully looking for Romeo Dobbs here. Or maybe Jonnu. No, it's got to have to be DeAndre. I kind of wanted... I lost yards, didn't I? Yeah. I screwed that up. I kind of panicked there. They had good coverage. Jonnu's going to be open. Jonnu, get up there and get it. Okay, so Jonnu misses that. Unfortunate. It's 3rd and 12. We'll go verticals here, and Romeo Dobbs is running around. No Tyquan Thornton. Unfortunately, seems like it messed it up again. I'm going to have to throw that quickly. Jacoby Myers didn't jump, and it's going to be intercepted. I didn't get an animation there. I tried to jump with Jacoby Myers, but it didn't work for me. All right, continue next moment. They're probably going to score a touchdown here. I would expect them to, yeah. I think I'll let the CPU do a little bit of work here. I don't want to kind of screw them out of... I want to try and win this game, obviously. So they're going to score another touchdown. We got to get some points here. We can't go out in the first round of the playoffs. We've got shaky screen in Gillette. That's insane. Jacoby with a nice catch here. He's a reliable guy, reliable pass catcher, just like Julian Edelman and Wes Welker before him. Let's go with a stick play. All right. Gabriel Davis is running a nice slant route that I can fit there. That was a risky throw. Probably shouldn't have done that, but Mac is able to hit it. Now we'll go 4 verticals. As long as I can get the shaky screen out of the way, that's all I really care about. Get that to DeAndre. DeAndre drops it. I was hoping to lead him a little bit more, but he didn't lead him. All right, let's go with a play-action cross. Jacoby should be open on this. That's the goal. Jacoby jumps up. He gets it. I had to jump a little bit earlier than I wanted to. 3rd and 4. DeAndre dives. Was he in? He was in. Wow, that was a rough throw from Mac. A great play from DeAndre Swift. I didn't think he was going to animate. And he gets that elbow down, I'm guessing. Yeah, that elbow is down. That's a huge conversion. That is a huge conversion there. I'm going to actually send... I can't because he can't hear the play. I was going to try and hot route Gilbert to go for a streak, but he couldn't hear the play, so he just has to run his route. All right, we're moving the ball down the field. If I could just get that shaky screen out of the way. That's really killing me right now. Gilbert doesn't really know the play, and I get sacked. That can't happen. I can't take a sack there. That's on me. Can't take a sack there. Cannot take a sack there, Juice. That's brutal. That's brutal. And then even the little bit of momentum that we chipped away there just goes right back into the hopper, and that's a knocked incomplete pass. Come on, Mac. We got to find somebody open. I can't believe that our receivers can't hear the play calls at home in Gillette. That's insane to me. And that's Jonnu Smith. Can't hold on to the football, Jonnu. Can't hold on to the football, really? That's so annoying. Okay, no, I don't want to jump to the next play. We got a field goal, actually, looks like, so that's cool. Stop jumping to the next play, Juice. Go to the key moments. Okay. So we go into the second half. Chargers have the ball. Now they get the ball again. They score or get a field goal, it looks like. 24-9. I just don't know if we can keep up with this offense. I thought we might be able to, but it's not helping us with this freaking injury to David Andrews, man. And Hunter Henry not being out there either. Those injuries hurt. And then I just threw a pick. Yeah, that's game. We're going to get knocked out in the first round. Pick 6. I forced that in a dumb position. I should never have thrown that ball. Never in a million years should I have thrown that ball. But I did anyway. That's upsetting. That is really upsetting. We did score. We did score. I was looking for a play to get on defense there. Oh, this is frustrating. We should not lose this game, but we are. Mac, Romeo? Romeo can't hold on. The theme of this game, receivers not holding on to the football. That is the theme of this game. Cannot hold on to the football in one-on-one situations or in double situations. You got to hold on to the football, man. And I had to get that ball away. It's going to be caught by Romeo, but he won't be able to get many yards out of it. The pass rush, I think that might have been Bosa coming in there. That pass rush was pretty crazy. That's going to be caught. It's Gabriel Davis. He fumbled the football, and that's game. I don't know why he's down. Nobody touched him. He fumbled the football, and that's game. Gabriel Davis may have just cost himself a contract, really, because he's up for a contract. And we lose in the wild card round of season number 2. That's frustrating. Mac Jones, 33 of 53, 255 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks. That's a brutal day for Mac Jones, a brutal day on the ground. We couldn't do anything. Jacoby Myers had 9 catches for 80 yards. Just a brutal day all around, really. Willie Anderson got a sack, and we picked off Justin Herbert one time with Jabril Peppers. But it's just a brutal season, man. Just a brutal end of the season. Frustrating way to end it. Considering we shouldn't have ended it that way anyway. We should have probably had a win in that game. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We do get a contract extension, which is good. 3 more years added on. So that's awesome. But now we will simulate to the Super Bowl to find out who wins everything. So let's simulate to the Super Bowl. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with contract extensions. Do we trade Gabriel Davis? I think we could get another pretty decent receiver in replace of Gabriel Davis. I'm still very intrigued by that Richard Guyton guy. It's Panthers and Chargers in the Super Bowl, so we'll simulate that and see what happens. I'm guessing Chargers win. It is 42-28. Chargers take the victory. They take a Super Bowl. So we lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. I guess you could take some solace in that. 2023 season recap. It is Eric Wilson wins MVP for the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow gets regular season MVP. Roger Hughes for the Falcons, Coach of the Year. McCaffrey and Von Miller are Offensive Defense Player of the Years. And then Bryce Young and Brian Breeze, or Breeze, I don't know how to pronounce his name. They are Offensive Defensive Rookie of the Years. Okay. So nothing for us. Will Anderson doesn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Okay. We don't need to make any staff moves. We're obviously the coach, so we're not going to fire the head coach. And then we go to the free agent period where we figure out what we want to do. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what we need to do. Mock draft number 3. So it looks like Richard Guyton has fallen to the 5th pick, which is right above us. I really want this guy. I really do. I think he's just going to be a stud. I really do think he's going to be a stud. So we have pick... Oh, wait, no, that's not us. That's pick 6. Or that's the Texans. We have pick 8. And then we also have pick 21. Okay. All right, interesting. So we have pick 8 and we have pick 21. It's not going to be too difficult to trade up to pick 6 or to pick 5 since we have pick 8. So that's a nice thing to think about. Retirements, anybody notable? Harrison Smith and Adam Thielen, Cameron Hayward, pretty notable guys. Bobby Wagner. We lose Tyler Larson, who was just a center that I picked up to replace or to have as a body instead of David Andrews. Lawrence Guy also retires. Dante Hightower, former Patriot legend. Nick Folk, LaMarcus Joyner, Lane Johnson, J.J. Watt, Thomas Morstead, Bobby Massey, Justin Houston, Marcus Cannon. A lot of former Patriots on here. Cam Newton, former Patriot. Jamie Collins, a former Patriot. A lot of former Malcolm Butler, former Patriot. So many former Patriots are retiring. That's crazy. Pretty decent retirement class. I don't know if there's any. There's probably some Hall of Famers in there. I think, didn't I say J.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, probably Hall of Famer. So there were some Hall of Famers in there. But now we need to do re-sign. We have a lot of cap space. What do we want to do with Hunter Henry? What do we want to do with DeAndre Swift? Gabe Davis, Michael Wenyu. I think I want to pay Michael Wenyu. I really do think that we need to pay him. So we'll offer him a player-friendly contract, but he's not interested in signing. Wow, I thought that he would be all in. Jawan Bentley, I'll offer you a contract, a player-friendly contract. He's happy to sign. Thank you very much. Man, Michael, are we going to franchise tag Michael Onwenu? Cam Sutton. I'll bring Cam Sutton back if he's interested. He's happy to come back. That's good. Josh Uche. Yeah, I like Josh Uche. I'll bring him back. He shouldn't be too expensive. That's offer's perfect. He's coming back. Who else? Sonny Michel, we can let walk, really. We can let you walk, I guess. And Jonathan Garvin can walk. Okay. So, Gabe Davis, DeAndre Swift, and Hunter Henry. I think we can trade these guys. The question is, do I want to bring back Hunter Henry? That's really the only question. I think we can get some decent money or decent stuff back for Gabe Davis. So if we go to Gabe Davis and we look at potential wide receivers to trade for, we've obviously got some options here because there's a lot of good wide receivers in the league nowadays. So let's see. What could we get for Gabe Davis? Michael Pittman could be cool. Is he on a contract extension? Does he need a contract extension? Because I really would enjoy Michael Pittman. What's his contract looking like? He's got 1 year left, so I don't think we could pay Michael Pittman. Although, I probably would pay Michael Pittman more than I'd pay Gabe Davis. Ooh, that's not actually too far away. So if I go to the draft picks, we have 2 first-round picks. If I throw a 4th-round pick in there with it, it's probably going to have to be a 3rd. And I'd be willing to throw a 4th in from next year. 2/3? 2/3 in Gabe Davis for Michael Pittman Jr. Ugh. Okay, that's close. That's really close. They need a right guard. We have Michael Onwenu, who we're thinking about trying to trade. What about Joey Henley? You want Joey Henley? They don't want Joey Henley. What else do they need? They need a quarterback, left tackle. I have Prince Tega. They don't want Prince Tega. They need left end and right outside linebacker. Left end, we have Zach Harrison and Dietrich Wise. And then we have at right outside linebacker, we have Josh Uche and Will Anderson Jr. Josh Uche, who I was just signed to a new contract. Matt Judon's getting older. But I don't want to give up on Matt Judon until we figure out a replacement for him, because I don't think Ronnie Perkins or Jonathan Garvin are going to be the replacement. So I don't want to move on from him until we have an actual suitable replacement for him. Do they want Miles Bryant? Maybe I could get away with not having that 3rd round pick in there, and maybe give them a 4th round pick instead, because I really want this to go through. I know we'd have to pay him. It's probably, oops, I'll just clear it all. It's probably going to have to be the 3rd round pick plus Gabe Davis plus Miles Bryant and go through. Is it really going to be more than a 3rd round pick? Because I don't think I can handle more than a 3rd round pick. Maybe I can do, I can't give up a 2nd, can I? It's so close. It's really just so close to get Michael Pittman. Let's take a look at some other wide receivers. It's really so close to get Michael Pittman. It's so close. Who else could we possibly get? Calvin Ridley, Deebo Samuel would be cool, but he's going to be too hard to trade for. There's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jamison Williams, but I don't think they want to give up Jamison Williams. He's actually not that hard to get. You know who else I'd like to get? I'd like to get Amon-Ra St. Brown. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough to swing. Gabe Davis and a 3rd round pick. I really want both of these guys. What about, do they want Miles Bryant? They need a corner. Do you want Miles Bryant? What about Jalen Mills? He's 30. I could do a 2nd round pick next year. I wouldn't hate that. Okay. That goes through. So Gabe Davis, Jalen Mills, and a 2nd round pick next year for Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Okay, so our wide receiver room just got even more crazy. Jamison Williams, Jacoby Myers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Romeo Doubs, Tyquan Thornton. And if we can trade up to get that dude, that stud, we probably wouldn't need Romeo Doubs anymore. Or Jacoby Myers. We wouldn't need one of these guys. But let's think about Michael. Do we use our thing on Hunter Henry? Or do we use our thing on Michael Onwenu? Our franchise tag? That's the big question. I don't know what we do. Let's see. What could I do? Who's the right guard that's under contract for a little bit that's of equal value to Michael Onwenu? Because I really do enjoy Michael Onwenu. I think he's a really good player. Is there a right guard or even a left guard that I could use? There's Quinn Miners, Shaq Mason, Zion Johnson. Zion Johnson could be cool. Trey Smith also could be cool. He's 25. Okay, I'm interested in either Trey Smith or Zion Johnson. How many years do you have on your contract? Are you up? He's also up, so we have to pay him too. But Zion Johnson's young. So that probably would go through. So let's go with a different thing here and maybe get like a 3rd round pick out of the deal. Zion and a 3rd. Trade offer accepted. So we get an extra 3rd round pick for Michael Onwenu. I think we'll use our franchise tag on Hunter Henry. It's going to be pretty expensive, but I think that's the best option. Oh, we also have DeAndre Swift that I didn't think about either. Let's negotiate with him and then lowball him. And then, yeah, let's just use our franchise tag on Hunter Henry. $15.7 million is a lot. Okay. And then I think what we could do is trade DeAndre Swift to try and get up in the draft. That could be interesting. So if we trade DeAndre Swift, but I'd really want to get a running back. I'd really want to get a running back in return. Who's got the top pick? We'd probably need to go up to... I'd feel comfortable at trading at... or drafting him at 4. DeAndre Swift for the 4th overall pick is not going to go anywhere. What about if I just strictly trade up from pick 8? Ooh, that's almost done. What about if I trade up from pick 21 to pick 4? They're going to need a lot more with that, but that's why we got that other 3rd round pick. And, okay. I think I'll just trade up from... I'm getting a little too greedy here. I think I'll just trade up from pick 8 to pick 4, and we'll also give them, like, a 7th round pick or something. Oh, they didn't accept that? I thought that would go through. All right, 2 7th round picks. Our 2 7th round picks trade off for accepted. So we trade up from pick 8 to pick 4 to hopefully get that wide receiver. That's going to be a stud. And now we look for a team that wants DeAndre Swift. A few teams could use DeAndre Swift, but they're also in need of running back, and I want a running back in return. So we're going to have to think of a team that could use a running back that we could also use. Just a running back swap, like J.K. Dobbins. I wouldn't hate a J.K. Dobbins for DeAndre Swift swap. This could be cool. And I'll give you a 5th round pick alongside it for J.K. Dobbins. Trade offer accepted. So we just bring in J.K. Dobbins, who I do like. I really like. All right. Let's move on to free agency. This could be very, very interesting. Free agency. All right. We got some upgraded players. Oh, it's just Zion Johnson. Okay. So Zion Johnson gets an upgrade. Let's take a look at the free agent class. It should be pretty big, and it is. Nick Bosa, Derrick Henry, Rashawn Gary, Justin Herbert, Mike Evans, T. Higgins, and there's Michael Pittman. Ooh, and we have $61 million in cap space. We can really, really make an impact here. We also have to make a decision, is Mac Jones the guy? Because we have an ability to get Justin Herbert here. Oh, there's some really good players in this class. I'm so upset. Mike Evans is interested in this. Jeremy Chin would be crazy. Chris Lindstrom would be crazy. Oh, there's so many good players in here. We're going to have to figure out how to spend our money. Montez Sweat would be cool. Obviously, getting like T. Higgins and Nick Bosa would obviously be amazing. We do need a pass rusher. Nick Bosa has got to be my first offer, right? He's got to be my first offer. I think we're going to stick with Mac. A player-friendly contract. Let's just go with a neutral contract for right now. And see, okay, we're tied with the Eagles right now. That's a little bit worrying. Derrick Henry's also interested, but so is Rashawn Gary's not interested, which kind of scares me. Chris Lindstrom and Jeremy Chin. Where do we spend our money? I don't know where to spend the money at. We're thinking about Jeremy Chin. Rashawn Gary's too good to pass up on, I think. Okay, so our targeted, we got Nick Bosa, Rashawn Gary, and Jeremy Chin, and we're currently getting destroyed by the Broncos in terms of an offer for Rashawn Gary. Ooh, okay. I think we're going to withdraw the offer on Gary and think about somebody else. I maybe need to bump up the offer for Bosa a little bit. Okay, so that bumped up the offer. So Bosa and Jeremy Chin are basically the two guys that we can afford. Unless Chris Lindstrom wants to come on a small deal. Because that would also be very, very cool to have. Although, we can spend our money somewhere else, right? because we already have a pretty solid offensive line. Micah Hyde, no. Marquise Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Fletcher Cox. Juju, Ed Oliver. We could use another D tackle. Man, this free agency class is so good. There's so many really good players in this, even down the board. So many really good players. I'm intrigued by the Ed Oliver addition to the team because we could use another D tackle. Derrick Henry obviously is intriguing too. We have to bump up the money on him. And that gives us second place behind the Bears still. Okay. That's a lot of money. But it does jump us ahead. I don't know if he'd choose us. So getting 3 defensive players... Oh, that's all of our money, basically. I think this is good. I think I'm going to evaluate offers and see what happens here. Oh, nobody's left. We got Bosa and we got Jeremy Chin. I'm guessing Derrick Henry signed with the Falcons. Rashawn Gary with the Broncos. Justin Herbert's a Giant. Where did Ed Oliver sign with the Bears? Okay, so we got 2 huge players, and I think I'm going to save the rest of my money. Although Mike Evans is just staring me in the face. And so is Michael Pittman. Let me go to D tackle because we could use somebody on the D line, not even a D tackle. Cam Jordan for a year. Montez Sweat's interested in us. So we might as well offer him a contract. I can't deny him being interested. We could bring back Chase Winovich. Can I get him on a cheap contract? It doesn't look like I can get Cam Jordan on a cheap contract. I think I'm going to just offer Montez Sweat. Targeted Montez Sweat. Evaluate offers. Signings. We bring in Montez Sweat. So I'm going to keep the money that we have. Our defense just got really good really quickly. Our defense just got amazing. Plus the additions we brought in on offense and trades. So now we have J.K. Dobbins. Jameson Williams has star development. Our offensive line looks good now with the addition of Zion Johnson. Elton Jenkins is still here on defense. We have Nick Bosa and now Montez Sweat. It looks like Zach Harrison lost his star development. So I will go in and give him that back because it shouldn't have taken it away. So he should have star development. And then the only thing I'm worried about is our corners. I think our corners are good. Our safeties are obviously good. Our linebackers are good. We do need to get a replacement for Matt Judon, which is where Zach Harrison could do. Zach Harrison could move up to be the new outside linebacker, edge rusher. I wouldn't hate that. Although Jeremy Chin or Jabril Peppers, either one of those guys could do that too. And Ronnie Hickman lost star development too. I just noticed that. So we'll give Ronnie Hickman back star development because he didn't do anything to lose it. So he shouldn't have lost in the first place. So he'll have star development back. All right, we're going to have to figure out what we want to do on offense. I am going to make... Can I move? I can't even move Hunter Henry because he's injured. All right, so we still have a few positions that we need to work on. Corner. The addition of Jeremy Chin is intriguing because we could move Jabril Peppers or Jeremy Chin to linebacker because Jeremy Chin is a big safety. He is 6'3", 221. He's a big dude. So he could easily play outside linebacker, especially in the scheme that we play. Him and Will Anderson coming off the edge. I don't hate that. But the defense just got a whole lot better with the addition of Nick Bosa and the guys that we signed there. I'm going to keep the rest of the money that we have just so we don't go bankrupt. And then I don't know what we're going to do here. We have the 4th pick, remember, and I really think that wide receiver is going to be amazing. I really think that wide receiver is just going to be a stud. So the mock draft 4 has us taking Will Snow. who doesn't look bad. Will Snow looks like a really solid player. He has really good physicals. We could use a D tackle, but I just think that the wide receiver looks better. Richard Guyton, he's 6'3", 229. He's got elite speed. He ran a 4.29. Oh my God, this dude is, he might not be generational, but he looks like a freak. He is definitely the pick. I don't care. He is definitely my #1 pick. Richard Guyton out of South Carolina is 4.29 is just unreal. So that is a guarantee. That's who we're taking. So that's crazy. That's an insane combine that he ran. He looks like an absolute stud. And we've got 5th-year options for Mac Jones. I'll pick up the 5th-year option on Mac Jones. Yeah, I'll pick it up. So we don't have to pay him until the year after this one. So in a couple episodes, we'll have to pay Mac Jones. But we need to figure out if he's going to be the guy. I passed up on Justin Herbert, which is a questionable decision maybe. But I think that Mac can be the guy. If he just gets to superstar development, I think he could have some big time impact on this team. I'm obviously going to send Richard Guyton to this private workout thing. I'm also going to send... Where's Will Snow? I'll send Will Snow if I can find him in here. How far is he down? Why is he so up the board if he's down here? Where's he at? I also want to send this dude, Javier Ivory. He looks like a solid player. There's Will Snow. I'll send him as well. So we'll have Richard Guyton, Javier Ivory, and Will Snow as our private workout guys. I think those are some pretty solid guys. Remember, we kept pick 21, so we still have pick 21. Let's go advance the week to the NFL draft. This is where it gets juicy. This is where it gets the juicy. Juicy, juicy. All right, start the NFL draft. Here we go. Pause it. We have pick 4. So if we take a look at the draft board right now, it looks like the quarterbacks are going to go, and then Damian Gills probably goes. If Richard Guyton goes in the top 3, I'm going to be fuming. I don't think he will, but we'll see. Jake Dugan out of UCLA goes #1 overall to the Texans. Vikings take Damian Gills. The Jets take Leon Benson. Richard Guyton's alive. Man, he's a stud. I really do think he's going to be an amazing player. Pick player. Richard Guyton, man. He looks too good to pass up. 6'3", 229. Elite jumping, elite speed, elite acceleration. He ran a 4.28 at Pro Day. He looks like a beast. How could you not pass up? How could you pass up on this guy? He's got 98 speed. 98 excel, 99 jumping. Oh, this guy's generational. He's got to be generational. This has got to be generational wide receiver right here. This dude is a stud. 89 agility, 84 change of direction. Wow. Richard Guyton looks like a monster. Can I get some Dick Guyton chance? Dick Guyton chance. I guess you could do that too. Dick Guyton in the chat, baby, because that is a future Hall of Famer right there. Steve Hayward goes to the Bucks. There goes George Smith, Thomas Moreland, Elijah Myers. So no Will Snow yet. Nathan Barkley. I'm really intrigued by that that right tackle. Javier Ivory, I think is his name. Ah, and there he goes. Man, he looked like a freaking beast. He looked like a freaking beast. Who else did I have on my board? I had, it was Will Snow and Javier Ivory, I think was the other guy. But does Will Snow look that good? He looked good last time I looked. He's got great speed. His strength is not really amazing. It's good strength. C block sheds, C finesse moves. He's got good power moves, good tackling. Is he the guy that we go for? I don't know. I really wanted Javier Ivory. I thought he'd stay a little bit longer. Tyreek Graves, Dakota Plummer, Marcus Buckley. There goes Will Snow. And now we're up. I might just trade back. I really might. If there's nothing here that really, really catches my eye, I might trade back. this corner, Max Randolph, 6'3", 186. He's got elite speed, 4.35 speed at corner. Ooh, okay. Max Randolph, his coverage stats aren't amazing, but his speed as an athlete might be good enough to take. I don't think I can pass up on that 4.3 speed. I can't pass up on 4.3 speed. He's a normal development player, 91 excel, 88 agility, 96 change of direction, 95 speed. I can't pass up. That's a physical freak. That is a physical freak. Yeah, he's only normal development, but I don't hate that pick at all. He could certainly turn into something. He very much could turn into something. RJ Mayweather looks like a bust. Is there anybody here worth taking, or is it just a trade down situation? Kenny Dobbs. We don't really need a free safety anymore, so I won't even look at that. We could do with D-tackle or a running back, I guess? A D-tackle or a running back are really the only options, or really the only needs that we have on the team. And the running backs that are left, there's Larry Dobbins. We took a look at him. What does his speed end up being? He ends up having great speed, 4.4. He doesn't have the greatest stats. He's elusive. He's 5'8", 208. He's from Ohio State. We'd have J.K. Dobbins and we'd have Larry Dobbins. The Dobbins brothers in the backfield, I can't pass that up. He's only normal development as well. But he has 94 speed. We're just getting so fast. Everybody that we've drafted here has super speed. That's really crazy. I think now is the time where we trade back. I don't think there's anything else that I really want. There's a third and a fourth from the Bengals that I'm probably going to take. I'm probably going to take the third and a fourth unless there's something better. And it doesn't look like there is. No, let's just take the third and the fourth from the Cincinnati Bengals for next season. Thank you, Cincy. I appreciate your hard work and your dedication. And now we get to this pick. So we have an extra third. So we get our third round pick. No, we traded a second round pick. I was going to say we get our third round pick back. Is there a... Oh, hello. Who's this? KJ Dockery. Solid speed. He doesn't look as good as I thought he would. D-zone coverage. Is there a D-tackle that we can't pass up on in the third round? Warren Newsome. Looks pretty good physically. Doesn't have any hit power. We don't really know enough on him. Take him. He's got hidden development, 88 strength. Okay. We finally drafted somebody with hidden development that wasn't Richard Guyton. I don't hate that. Warren Newsome. We needed a D tackle, so I don't hate that. So we've gotten a wide receiver, we've gotten a corner, we've gotten a D tackle, and who was our other pick? I don't remember exactly I can't remember who our other pick was. Let's see. Is there a fourth and a fifth? Anybody offer me a fourth and a fifth from next year? Everybody's just offering me 4 and 7s. There's a 4 and a 6. That might have to be the best offer. Because it looks like everybody else is just off. Ooh, the Chiefs are giving me a third. Thank you, Kansas City. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I will not pass up on a third round pick, especially for a fourth round pick. Now we go to the 5th round. We trade this pick away because I don't think there's anybody else that is going to intrigue me. Does anybody offer me a 4th? Kansas City? A lot of people offer me a 4th, actually. I'll take Dallas's 4th. Thank you, D-boys. I'll thank you for that later. And then we go to the 6th round. We trade this pick away. And we can get a 5th round from Tampa. I appreciate your hard work and dedication. We have another pick in the 6th round. And we will also trade this pick away. This is our final pick of the draft because we traded our 7th round pick. And we can get a 6th round pick from Tennessee next year. All right, I'm happy with our draft. I really am. It may not have the hidden developments that a lot of people look for, but I think that the guys we got a running back. That's right. We got J.K. Dobbins' brother, who also, funny enough, went to Ohio State. So the storyline does work. But I think that we got some really solid players here. Let's take a look at their overalls. Richard Guyton's a freaking 85 overall. This dude's generational. There's no doubt about it. Absolute no doubt about it. Generational talent. Look at these numbers. These are insane numbers. He's got 99 jumping as a rookie. He's already in the top 10%. He's 9% of wide receivers, ranked number 35 in the NFL. That is insane. This dude is a monster. 6'3", 229. He's a big body. He's a little bit older. He's 23 years old. A little bit older now than some of the other rookies you'd like. But he looks like a phenomenal player. And this dude's a project. He's got really good speed. He's a good physical talent. Like, he's a good raw player. He just needs to work on his coverages, and he'll be a really good player. Larry Dobbins, JK's brother, has solid speed, solid acceleration. That's really all you can ask for. So he's going to be a project as well. And then Newsome, who has hidden development. What's his stats look like? He's got 88 strength, but nothing really else going for him. He's a project too. He is a project too, but hopefully I'm guessing that's just star development. So hopefully that star development can help him. I'll probably put him in focus training for next season. Richard Guyton's a freaking stud, man. 85 overall. What a freaking beast. I'm guaranteed he's the best player in the draft. And he's the best player in the draft by a wide margin. Deion Bigsby, who we probably could have had a shot at taking, is the second best player in the draft. Then you got Sean Paul, Damian Gills, Leon Benson. Wow, the number 1 overall pick, that quarterback, where is he at? The number 1 overall pick is not good. He's a 73 overall. What is he? Does he have hidden development? He does. I got to figure out what it is. This Dugan, what is his development trait? It's only star. That's brutal for the Texans. I feel bad for you. We got an 85 overall. Oh my God. That's the best player I've ever drafted in the new kind of cycle of Madden draft classes. That is amazing. I am in total shock that we just drafted a stud like that. That is insane. Oh my God, he's so good. Him and Jamison Williams as the future 1-2 punch, along with Amon-Ra St. Brown. We've also got Jacoby Myers. Oh my God, we've got a good team. We've really got a good team. We got to figure out what we want to do with the depth, because we have a lot of depth at wide receiver. On the defensive side of things, we have to figure out a replacement for Matthew Judon. That can come in the next episode. We also have to work on corner. So replacement for Judon, corner, and maybe another D tackle are the goals for episode 3, season 3. Those are the goals. But freaking Richard Guyton, man. Dickie Guyton. Absolute beast. Man, I couldn't have drafted a better player. I knew he was going to be a stud. He looked too good to pass up on. That's why we traded up from 8 to 5 or 8 to 4 to get him. He looks like a freaking monster. He looks like a freaking monster. We also have to adjust our scheme fits. And it looks like a 4-6 defense could be good. Ooh, hello, base 3-4. That's a better scheme fit for what we're working with now. Yeah, okay. What an end to the episode. It kind of got a little stuck in the mud when we got eliminated in the wild card, but totally made up for it with that draft pick of Dickie Guyton, man. I might have to make some Dickie Guyton merch. Oh my God, I'm so happy we drafted him. I'm really happy. And we traded for Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, a stud. We have really, really good stats now. 88 offense, 85 defense, 86 overall. I have a feeling that next season, season number 3, could be the one where we make a big time push for the Super Bowl. get this team back to where it is. It's all depending on Mac Jones because we've got the weapons around him. He's got the wide receivers. He's got a running back. He's got a good offensive line, good tight ends. It's really all about Mac Jones. This is his make or break season because his contract's coming up. We picked up his 5th-year option, so we're not going to have to pay him in next episode, but we're going to pay him the year after. So this is his make or break season. If he can't get us to the promised land where we need to be, we might have to look for a new quarterback. I don't know. I'd hate to do it, but it might have to happen. But thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of Dickie Guyton. He looks like an absolute stud. I hope you guys are excited about his future. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.